Ugandans have entered another day of protests against the government's increased harsh penalties through the automated express penalty system for traffic violators. The situation has caused panic and confusion among the public. Today, NTV spoke to legislators who amended the Traffic and Road Safety Act in 2023 to find out why they decided to impose stricter penalties on road users. Some MPs, especially those who sat on the Joint Committee on Defence and Physical Infrastructure, said they don't recall ever passing a bill with penalties.
The Act, I don't think that it goes to that, because we looked at the financial model of the project, and that was nowhere. When you visit the Road and Safety Act, it has a fine. Maybe I needed to consult there, but the overspeeding does not attract the penalty of 600,000.
What is lacking that the government passed a law, the minister put up regulations, gazetted them, and they never publicized them.
The MPs say in their report to Parliament, they tasked the government to come out clear on the contract with the joint stock company Global Security on how it will be paid upon completion of works, but now it is understood that the company will take 80% for road collections.
This company was not actually going to, government was not going to fund this company, but that the company was going to collect what it has invested in these new number plates, the so-called digital number plates, from revenues like fines and so on.
See, what we saw maybe in real terms will be different. Now, this has clearly shown we are right, that this digital number plates is a problem, EPS, in terms of fines, and it's...
The MPs said this is a loss to Ugandans as the money goes to private companies.
To investigate together with you if the private firm is taking more than what government takes. So who now invested in the cameras? Are those cameras for government or the cameras are for an individual?
So the fines are high, true, but that's what government signed with this person. The person has to recoup his investment, but of course now it goes back to how things are done in this country.
However, MPs say the fines are too harsh and unfair, which may disrupt the economy.
Because there is a big outcry everywhere. You cannot give a vehicle penalties of 1,800,000 a day. You cannot force a vehicle on an express highway to drive at 30 kilometers per hour. It has never been there.
The regulations that are being enforced by government were made by the Minister of Works and Transport as directed by the law, but now after people expressed dissatisfaction with the harshness of the regulations, MPs want them brought to Parliament for further scrutiny.
Should not contradict the Act, should not contradict the law. I think now it's a wake-up call to Parliament. As legislators, we need to revisit the Act. We need actually now to compare the minister to table the regulations that he made here.
If you looked at the committee's recommendations, and if those recommendations were taken up, we wouldn't be here where we are. They were very clear. They were trying to point out the loopholes in the regulations. So it is very paramount that they come back, we look at them, we try to balance.
The MPs said the regulations are confusing and therefore want more sensitization how they work, but the current situation is more oppressive.
Traffic lights are showing red, and you are calling the cars to pass, meaning that the camera, the traffic officer is not attached to the camera, so there is no linkage. That means almost all the cars that passed when the traffic lights were showing red, we are going now to face the law. By paying that penalty. We need enough time to prepare, the implementing agency.
In 2023, Internal Affairs Minister Kahindo Tafire opposed the joint stock company Global Security, saying it had no past experience in intelligent transport management systems, but his letter to the president urging the company not to be awarded a job, he alleged that had not been delivered. This is the same company that is going to take up to 2 trillion shillings of taxpayers' money, but its actual investment is unknown.
that when they inquired about where the number plates were being done, were being manufactured, they wanted to visit the factory, that they were told the factory was in Poland. And as far as I'm concerned, Poland is technically at war with Russia. Ipso facto, every Russian company operating within NATO is under...
If you looked at the committee's recommendations, and if those recommendations were taken up, we wouldn't be here where we are. They were very clear. They were trying to point out the loopholes in the regulations. So it is very paramount that they come back, we look at them, we try to balance.
MPs are now waiting for the resumption of parliamentary sessions to summon the transport minister to explain why he conspired to oppress Ugandans. Juma Kiria, NTV.
In favor, say and contra.